So much, Elizabeth. Today in Higher Learning, the U.S. Senate Education Committee has spent the summer looking at for-profit colleges with the goal of protecting students from deceptive and fraudulent tactics. Last week, a government report found that recruiters at 15 of these schools were misleading students about tuition costs and their potential salaries after graduation. This is some pretty important stuff there, some hard-hitting stuff, so we brought in the expert, Peter Kerwin. For everybody at home, first off, why don't you tell us what exactly is a for-profit college, just so we know?
Sure. The for-profits tend to be more of a business model. They're about making money than, as opposed to your typical academic institutions. And what they've done, they've really focused on providing online distance learning programs.
University of Phoenix, for
University of Phoenix, DeVry,
right? Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, you've seen them advertised nationally, and the idea is, they're a more low-cost model, but they're still making money up front. So, I mean, it's attractive to a lot of students because they're more flexible schedules, so they allow for, people to work while at the same time getting education.
Yeah. Now, they have some real concerns. I found this shocking that I mean, are they just lying to students about tuition costs and lying about how much money they're going to make out? I mean, this seems like something that the government could get involved in.
Well,
people
it's
staggering.
Go to jail. The Government Accountability Group put out a report last week, presented it to the Senate along with video. And what they did was they sent investigators in to talk to these different recruiters from these colleges. And some of the results were just, staggering.
Yeah.
I mean, they actually had one person on film from an institution called Medvance telling a student to load up on financial aid saying, quote, "It's not like a car loan. If you don't pay it, they won't come after
you."
Oh, yeah. They had somebody from a Texas recruiter telling one student to basically not report income, cash that they had on their financial aid forms, saying, it's not like it's not like you have to tell them you have cash. And in one case, I think they had the university,
like a whole shady operation.
And the University of Phoenix person was basically telling people to, not report income. And then they had one student who actually had enough money up front to pay the full tuition, and they were still trying to push that student to get loans. So I mean, it's just a lot of bad practice.
So why is it such a big uproar? Why is this such a huge deal? Because these colleges only make up about 10% of the students.
Right, they do, but they make up about 23% of all the federal Pell Grant applicants and the federal loan applicants. And then I just saw something that crossed my desk yesterday. We've talked about the GI Bill, right? You remember that?
Yes.
Well,
I remember everything we talked about.
Yeah, of course. So out of the top 10 institutions that those GI Bill recipients are going to, 8 of them are these for-profit institutions.
Wow. So is the Senate planning on doing anything? I mean, like I said earlier, it feels like the government should be involved in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems like a scam.
Yeah, the Department of Education is looking at kind of curbing some of the more abusive practices, trying to limit the incentives that are paid to recruiters. Because what these schools do is they have recruiters who get paid for the number of students they bring in. So obviously that's an inducement. Yeah, it's commission-based. It's an inducement for these people to tell grand tales about, well, what's going to happen if, you get a degree from here. You're going to get this great job and blah, blah, blah. The problem is they're targeting a lot of people who are unemployed or underemployed right now, promising the sun, moon, and stars, and they really can't deliver all of that. So it's really looking at kind of going after some of the aggressive marketing practices and curbing that so that people don't end up paying all this money to get an education that doesn't deliver on the
Beautiful.
the
Thanks so much, Peter. Good stuff, as always. That's the best I've ever been in this segment, by the way. For more information on this topic, just head to foxprovidence.com.
All right, guys, thanks.